Alright, guys, here we are, hole number 8 here. And one of the things that I'll typically do is just kind of, for the most part, just lay up here and just get this into this fairway, and then we'll typically go with some kind of rough bump up by the green. The wind is small enough that, you can comfortably do it, but it is hard to make. So it is going to be a hard shot. Another thing that you could maybe bring is the Goliath. It does have just a little bit more topspin. Does make the forward bump just a little bit easier, because you are going to need a topspin to do it with with one of these woods here. So let's see. So if it comes up in here, hopefully, try not to go too far here. Distance really isn't essential. So if you can just try to, keep this a little bit on the shorter side. See if I can keep it from rolling out. You can see that's very close. Like I said, you can come off some of the topspin. I was trying to just kind of short hit it a little bit. But it looks like, very close to that edge. It doesn't even need to be all that to the edge, but what I was mentioning is you'll want to just put this on this rough and just topspin it up. It's typically about maybe 4 or 5 bars. And it's very easy to do that with a Goliath. It's a little bit tougher to do with a backbone because it really doesn't have all that backspin. So you'll want to do that as opposed to kind of landing very close to the rough and kind of hitting it into the face like this guy's doing. So much better shot to go for the bump. Let's see how he does here. You can see he's just kind of hitting it into the face. It's never going to hold out when you do it like that. So you just kind of, more or less are just accepting birdie, going at it with that route. And it looks like I actually even got into, so I'm actually too far with a, so, that's something to keep in mind, because I'm not going to be able to do this with a thorn. I could have probably with a hornet, maybe. But what I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to go overpower and just try to bend it around the stick a little bit. So I'm thinking maybe just a little bit of left spin and try to get it, definitely landing somewhere up onto the green, like up in here. So that's more or less what you're going to see that I try to do here. It looks like I played too much of the wind anyway, but you can see, worst case scenario, it's very comfortable and it's up there easy. If you do have to go that route, you'll just have to make sure that you don't land on the fairway. So that's the biggest key. If you're going to have to go with that shot, make sure that, another thing, if you wanted to kind of intentionally do that, is you could bring a Titan on, put a Titan on, and, it'll be easier to do that with almost no power. You'd almost be set up to be able to, still be in range to where you could just sneak it onto the green and potentially go for that backspin eagle. So, just something to think about, but, just make sure that you get your birdie more than anything. As I mentioned, if you can kind of keep that drive a little bit shorter, you'll be able to go for that bump. I didn't think I was going to put it in between clubs like that. Otherwise, I would have just laid back. So if you want to lay back a little bit, another thing like Goliath, it's typically going to be about 5 topspin. It's going to roll up that hill, and you'll just be able to, hopefully get that. So good luck there, and I'll see you guys on the next one.